Okay, so I just finished watching Marriage Boot Camp, season 17, hip hop edition. Now, I don't want to say who's right or who's wrong because, in all actuality, both are wrong. Okay, both parties are wrong. Vado should never, or any man should never put their hands on a female. You either walk away, just walk away, but do not retaliate. It's not, I'm not gonna say that it's not, this is crazy. Honestly, I feel like this is just my personal opinion. Tahiry has a very nasty attitude. The way that she talks to people or the way that she speaks to her partner is like, she says some things that I would never imagine saying to somebody, because that's poking the bear. That she tried to say that he was poking the bear, but he was doing what he was instructed to do, as far as to zap her whenever one of the private things that was written on that list that she does to pretty much get him started, he was supposed to zap her. He did what he was instructed to do. She also did what she was supposed to do when it came to the zapping. But when she first got up and she left from the table because she didn't like that he zapped her that one time after all of the times that she zapped him, it comes off very, very, I'm sorry, it comes off very narcissistic. And this is an issue when it comes to domestic violence, because as women, sometimes women can do things out of anger to instill or provoke a fight, which is not all the time 100% fair. But my personal take on it is that, I got a piece of tissue in my finger, but my personal take on it is that actions, both actions were very, very wrong. But the actions that Tahiry were displaying leading up to what just happened is why some men go to jail unjustly, because number one, first of all, he's wrong for putting his hands on her. Absolutely wrong. You should have never put your hands on her. But we cannot forget, just because Tahiry is a woman, that she shouldn't have put her hands on him or threw, oh my goodness, she threw two, not one, but two apples at this man's head. That is poking the bear. Like she tried to say he was poking the bear. I didn't see anything that Vado has done that was blatantly disrespectful besides what he did later on while being provoked. I feel like it's not cool. It's not cool because if Tahiry, this is my point, if Tahiry cared about Vado, which I don't believe is 100%, she would have cared enough to not do something that would have provoked him to do what he did, because she knowing that he can potentially go to jail behind this, and she can go off like unscathed. That is narcissistic and it's manipulative. Tahiry has done a lot of like questionable things, like while watching this show. Like, I have not done any reviews for shows for a while because I've been taking time to myself, and I've been doing a lot of things that take up most of my time. But this here, I had to speak on this. This is not okay for either parties. But know when wrong is wrong. Both of you need to know that you're wrong. But Tahiry, what did you, like, I'm not saying that you didn't, like, that you expected to get choked, but you should have expected something, because you just humiliated this man on national TV. You've been doing it since day one, and it's only day 5. You guys have been friends for a long time. You guys know how each other, supposedly know how each other operates. So you know those buttons not to push, or you know those buttons to push to get a reaction like this. This is insane. And I promise you, I don't want to hear anything about how I'm justifying what Vado did was right, because what he did was wrong. One more time, what he did was wrong. But Tahiry, take some accountability, honey. Take some accountability, because this does not make you look good. And this is coming from someone who was in a domestic violence situation. Okay, what did I do? I walked away. Whenever an argument or situation would come up, I would do my best to ignore it. My silence was my weapon. But when that stopped, when my silence stopped working, and I was put in a situation almost like this, I had to walk away. I walked away. It's easy, walk away. If there's anybody who you're dating who you feel like you have to put your hands on because they get you upset, and this is for Vado, if that gets you upset, because if someone is behaving in a way that you already see the red flags, but you do nothing, and then once that person antagonizes you enough, there's a buildup, and then you just put all your frustrations out on that person when you could have easily walked away. You don't have to walk away forever either. You could have just walked away for a little bit, and if you came back and you didn't see any change, then stop. I don't honestly think that is worth it, because nobody is worth putting your safety, and that's for Tahiry, and no one is worth taking your freedom, and that is for Vado. But you both were one on this show. So I think you both need to share this accountability. But as women, we don't, if you have to put your hands on anybody, if you have to belittle anybody, if it is not anything that is of the Lord, please just walk away. Just walk away. And God forbid, please, like, there is no indefinite reason as to why I want to throw 2 apples, not 1 apple, 2 apples at his head. That's insane. Vado, you sat there for a little while. I saw you were seething. I saw it. It was like a buildup. You were trying to ignore it, but you exploded. And all I'm gonna say is work on it. Work on yourself. Take time to yourself. Love yourself. Tahiry as well. Work on your insecurities and your issues, because that's not fair for you to feel obligated or feel entitled to throw things and do things and then hide your hands when and let the other person take 100% of the responsibility. With your castmates, Your castmates were calmly telling you that he's just doing what he's told to do. And they kept asking you, along with Vado, to come back to the table and sit down with him calmly. And you still made it an issue. You still made it an issue. You wanted a show, and it was insane. Like, I'm not excusing anybody's behavior one more time. But we need to start taking accountability as people. There's enough going on in the world right now. There are people literally, unfortunately, that are passing away due to the current state of the world right now. There is nothing more important right now than trying to be the best version of yourself. Now, let me say it one more time. I'm not taking sides. Both parties were wrong. Tahiry, you're wrong for poking the bear and then hiding your hands because you've been disrespecting him since day one. Vado, stop allowing her to walk all over you without putting your hands on her, because she's still a woman and it's not okay. You're wrong for that. But both of you as a unit need to grow from this and learn from this. And honestly, in my opinion, I think you should do it separately. And that's all I'm going to say on that.